Late. Hello guys, thank you for tuning in. This is Erin with the Unicorn Soap Factory and eazycolours. Today I will be demonstrating how to use eazycolours Hot Pink. I'm actually doing like 3 or 4 videos, or at least trying to today. Each time I'm doing something just a wee bit different, not very much, but no, one time I'll use like maybe witch hazel or water, but the recipe is going to stay the same. This is my wintertime recipe, which is down below in the description. I have everything already pre-measured, everything but the colorants. So let's go ahead and get going in with that. So this one, no, this one. I'm gonna be using water this time. Let's see here. When I checked, I was working with 50% humidity, so a lot can change in like 30 minutes. So let's have it a go. This is about 2.5 milliliters of water. I'm gonna go a little bit more, to about 3, because the other ones felt just a wee bit dry. There we go. All right, so now with Hot Pink, if I remember, it's been a long time because we cannot use these here in the US to resell. You can use them as a personal use, but not a... Let me make sure that this volume's working because nobody's actually here yet, so... Come on. All right, let's see here. All right, yeah, we're good. All right, I apologize. I don't, sometimes the sound goes on, sometimes it doesn't. So, but with the eazycolours Hot Pink, I am actually going to do, usually my big thing is, how many grams did I buy? I think, 10 grams. I usually, my go-to is usually 2 or point for every 200 grams of baking soda, I use 0.1 gram of coloring. But Hot Pink is really, really concentrated. So you know what? I'm trying to think. Yeah, let's do 0.2 grams. So we're gonna cut back just by a wee bit. Oh my, hold on. Let's do, yeah, ooh. We're gonna do 0.25. So a quarter of a gram. There we go. And then I just put that in there. These things, I'm not even joking, 10 grams of dye honestly has lasted me forever. Where's my lid? I think I've had these now for like 2 years, give or take some. All right, so we're just going to let that go through. And I used water this time instead of the witch hazel. You can use either or. I do not recommend using alcohol because alcohol dries your bombs out really, really bad. Or at least it has mine. And also, it can do funny things to your backbone coloring. I know not Hot Pink, but Red 28, it will actually completely disappear. You can give that a little bit of a stir. I feel like this might be just a wee bit too much water. I have also linked down US distributors right along with the main eazycolours webpage down in the description. My recipe is also down there also. So this is my wintertime recipe, if I haven't said that already, which I probably have, but so And we're just going to dump this in directly into our baking soda or bicarb, however you wish to say it. There we go. And I like to make sure I try to get as much of the coloring as I can out of the container. Smooth that out. There we go. Now we can really get in there and scrape it all out. See here now, eazycolours. Mariah, she doesn't only do just like bath bomb colorings. She has some fragrance oils. She has a few assessments for I think the UK. I think that's, yeah. So, like, if you need a bath bomb assessment, she's got you covered. She also does micas, fluorescents, neons, which are oil solubles. You use those in like soaps. What else she got? She's got biodegradable glitter, which is freaking phenomenal. Like, I cannot get over it. I have some of her biodegradable glitter along with Nature's Garden, and I like Nurture's Garden, not Nature's. Sorry. And theirs just does not live up to what eazycolours does. Sorry, but I mean, they're nice, but they're not. I don't know how to explain. Like, I thoroughly enjoy eazycolours. I think they're more brighter and they're just more true to the color, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna stick this in the mixer. Maybe. Let's pull this over to where you guys can see it. Is that on right? Okay, now you guys can kind of sort of see how it's like a light pink. We're just gonna mix that for a little bit. Oh, also, don't forget I don't know why I do this. I always forget something somewhere. This is my kaolin clay, however you want to say it, and SLSA. It is 10 grams of SLSA and 5 grams of kaolin clay or kaolin. I'll get it right one of these days. And then we're doing this one in Amber Romance. SLSA always gets me. You can always use a mask when doing this. I don't. I should probably, but I don't. Six. Oh, here we are. 7. All right, now you see how that looks like a baby pink? I promise you it will brighten up. This is where people start to freak out, like, I can't get those bright colors. Yes, you can. I promise you, yes, you can. I shall show you how. All right, so let's kind of knock off that excess there. And my spatula. What we do is we just kind of go through and bring it up from the bottom. And as you're doing this, kind of like go like this. That way you can see if there's any kind of like streaks, in which there are. You just want to make sure that you get all the streaks out. That's where a lot of people, like when they get their finished bombs, they'll see little spots, like dark spots of like hot pink or blue. It's because you didn't mix it all. It's okay, guys. I do it all the time too, usually when I'm in a rush. Now we're going to add our cocoa butter, polysorbate 80, and our fragrance oil. I have 10 grams of cocoa butter, 5 grams of polysorbate 80, and 7 milliliters of fragrance. You do not have to have the polysorbate in here because with eazycolours, the water or the dyes are water soluble and they do not stain. The only way something is going to stain is if you use way too much of the coloring, and which, believe me, you will have to have a lot. And I've also, actually, this was actually in our post earlier this week. People say that it dyes their hair. If you have blonde hair and it's dyed, yes, it can absolutely stain your hair. You want to know why? When you dye your hair, it actually dries it out. So when your hair is really dry like that, what ends up happening is anything that touches your hair that is any kind of wetness, it absorbs. Well, if you have water that has color in it, it's going to absorb that and the color. So yes, it can stain. That's why I tell all my friends, families, or anyone who is purchasing off me, if you have dyed blonde hair, please be careful. Do not set your hair in it. It can stain, but it will wash out. It's just basically your hair so dry that it's looking for that extra moisture. All right, this is where we're going to see that magic kind of sort of happen, where it darkens up and turns into a really nice hot pink. You know what? Let's turn that up a little bit. Let's turn it up just a wee bit. I'm thinking I may have used a little bit too much dye. See what? Let me take a look. I may not have. Look. I don't think I did. Nope, we're good. Oh yeah, we're definitely good. See, this is what we're going for. It'll get there. Look at how pretty. It's almost like bubble gum. See, this pink reminds me so much of Red 28. It's not even funny. I think they're really close together. I'm trying to get all this done before my husband comes home. Now, I will not be selling these here in the US. I actually have family and friends that wanted these, so I will not be selling them, but I will be giving as gifts. Okay, so we do have some more streaks in here. Not very many. See, okay, I'm just going to show you this. So that's not going to actually go through and get all the streaks that I need out. You can actually pick them up like this. Just kind of go like this. Actually, I might not have streaks. It might be my eyeballs. But a lot of people that do all the bath bombs straight out by hand. See, I can't do this for too long. It actually starts to hurt really bad. Yeah, see, I don't have streaks. I just thought I did. You just take it in your hand and you kind of push them together like this. See, I can't do this for too long. It actually really, really hurts. But it is possible. Some people think doing it better this way. I just don't. Everybody has their own way of doing things. There is no right or wrong way on how to make your bath bombs. Okay. Put you back in here. We have the scent, we have everything else but our citric acid. This is 250 grams of citric acid we're going to put in here. Let that go. I have a little mess going on here. Going back there, buddy. Yeah, I know. We got a barrier for you. We actually had to put a barrier up so the dog wouldn't come in. He likes to be with me. But see how that brightened up to a real pretty hot pink? I think we're ready. I think so. Usually when I'm not doing a video, I will actually let this go for about 10-15 minutes. That's just because I get sidetracked and do something. Big difference. See? And adding all your ingredients is definitely going to change that color. So pretty. Make sure you're scooping up from the bottom. Oh, look at that. Look at how pretty. All right, now, my other ones were a little bit too dry, so let's take that out. Okay, I think we're done. Let's see here. Let's do it this way. Is it going to activate? Nope. We're good. I could probably sit and do this for hours. It kind of reminds me of that kinetic sand or that magic sand. Just want to maneuver stuff around real quick here. The phone. That's locked. It is here. I don't mind the other bombs. I did a video a little bit ago for the amethyst, and I actually did some red last night. And I'm going to show you what happens when you have too much liquid. I am famous for it, as you can tell. See these little spots, white spots? That's when you have too much binder. Either binder, oils, or anything like that. When it's too wet, that can happen. But hard as a rock, so I'm okay with it. I think it adds to character. So now, once I actually have my order in, what did I order? I ordered not real deal. Why am I thinking real deal? The red blend. I actually ordered 25 grams of that. And I ordered the granular black. I'm actually really excited for that. That is not approved for the US, but I'm just one of those people that has to have every single color. So whether I use it or not. So, all right, let's see. Can we kind of move this up a little bit? Yeah, you guys can see the dog way back here in the back. I do have to stand for this sometimes. So how I do these molds, and these are just, the plastic molds, is I put a little bit, put a good bit in there, and then I press really, really, really hard to get it into all those details. And then the rest, I'll just put on there. I won't pack as hard. These ones, they tend to, for some reason, sink and I do add holes into them also, which I will show you. I just think it's just they're heavy. They're heavy. I've done everything I can. Some of them float, some of them sink. Either way, they're still pretty. Then we take something here and we swoosh it off. Then I take something like this, the back of this, and I poke some holes. And then I go like this. Rub the top of it off. Actually goes through and it smooths it also. But don't apply any pressure at all. No. We're going to see if this is going to make a fool out of me because last time my unicorns all came out perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And for the first time, I actually have everything I need right here. Okay, so what I do is I tap a little bit more on the small details. So they don't stick. And let's all right, so no, we're good. Yeah, we're good. But I definitely do know now where the wet spots are. So we're just going to take a little brush. Maybe that was not a good idea. You know what? Oh no, that bad boy's cracking. So we're going to redo that one. That's my fault. I thought this entire thing was completely dry, and it was not. So it's okay. See how some part is? Just go like swoosh. I don't do the 2-to-1. Sorry, this is Dorian. I've just never, I don't know. It's just a personal preference. Then, if I remember correctly, I think Lush has a patent. Is that or is their embeds? They have something patent where you can't use it, and it's the 2-to-1, I believe. Honestly, my bath bombs do phenomenal with the. I think it's more of a 3-to-1, isn't it? I don't know. Is it 3-to-1? You got me thinking now, Dorian. I've just always done it this way. I made it my recipe. It works for me personally, so I just. Oh no! You know what it was? Is I was being cheap there for a while. Actually, I was doing like less than this, and until I found a good supplier. I used to actually use like for every. So for like my 750 gram batch, I think I used 150 grams when I very first started. I just always done it this way. I don't know. I get asked that a lot too. This is just what works for me. Now my embeds, I will do the 2-to-1. In there. I'll actually look that up and I'll post that in the group. I know I've seen something where something. maybe it was, I don't remember where I seen it or how I heard about it, but something, Lush has something patented to where you can't use it for something. I think it's their index though, I do. Where did it go? Yeah. And I've noticed with me not using as much citric acid, I get more of a foam than I do like a bubble, I guess. All right, you don't work. We're going back to the scissors. There we go. Yeah, I guess it is a 3. I use a 3-to-1. See, now you got me really thinking on this. Took a few pulls. I'm actually going to do it this way. Why do I keep losing that spoon? Thanks for that question there, Dorian. But that's just, I don't know. I've always done it this way, I guess. Like at first, when I was thinking, because I remember citric acid was really expensive and I was just buying little batches because I was testing stuff out. So I cut it back on the citric acid. But now that I literally have like 150 pounds now, I don't know. This is just something that I've always worked with and how I became comfortable. Beautiful. Oh yeah, it definitely helps with money because the citric acid, honestly, I think it's other than my SLSA, is the most expensive ingredient that I have. I mean, but if and plus I get it from bulk apothecary, which is actually literally right down the street, and I actually have a friend that actually works for the company. So I'll order it and he'll just basically drop it off to me. So, I mean, I'm getting 50 pounds. I think 50 pounds for $60, give or take something weird like that. So, I mean, it definitely does save on the money. I'm glad that the recipe works out for you. Yeah, I love the 3-to-1. Yeah, it's just something that kind of stuck. My husband, oh boy, I remember when I was doing all the research for everything. My husband's like, why? Why? Oh, why? I don't know. it also could have been like, I just got the ratio from like me cooking. I don't know where the ratio really came from. I mean, it could have been a number. I've been doing this for so many years. This one's a little soft, or not soft, but come on, don't break on me. This one may be a sinker if it doesn't break on me first. Let's see here. Yeah, oh, yes, beautifully. Oh, shoot. Talk about thinking that you messed it up, but you really didn't. There's those. Then we're going to do 3 unicorn horns. I always have people. Oh, that one I did break. That's right. How did I break that? I wonder. Oh, yay. Ah. Hey, well, you can actually break those. That's actually really good for me. Why I make so many unicorns? I have an obsession. If you can't tell, my company is called the Unicorn Soap Factory, so that right there is the reasoning why. Because I got this unicorn too. I got a few of them. I got this one, that one that I just made. And then I got a little cute little sitting unicorn, which eazycolours does have. Then just dust the top. Actually, now that I've got that broke, it might be easier for me to be able to just sit down and do this. We'll see. Voila! Beautiful little horn. Now the horns I got off of Amazon. I think Mariah should definitely get a bunch of these in. Wonder. I could probably send her one of these so she can make a mold. I'll have to talk to her. See, Dorian, now look, you got me doing all these kind of crazy ideas. Always keeping me on my toes. Always. I know you guys can't see the mix, but this is easier for me to do it this way. And then we scrape this top. And then poke some holes. Flatten out. Oh man, do I even have enough for a tester? One. Uh-oh. With these, you gotta be very careful not to slam too hard because you can crack them, which I think I just did. But it's not busted. Oh no, we should be done. Okay, and we just really hard and we normally fill. Dorian, I don't know if you were here for what I was saying earlier, but this is my wintertime recipe. It's actually got a little bit less ingredients, so it's more of a basic recipe. Well, you know, they're listed at the bottom. I actually went through and updated every single one of my videos for you guys. So you have the correct ingredients of what I used on that video. But this is my cocoa butter. It is just 750 grams of baking soda, 250 citric, 10 grams of cocoa butter, 5 grams polysorbate, 80, and what was it, like something like, oh, I can't remember. Sleep's starting to get to me here. But the everything's down in the link or the thing below description. Right. So you just want to lightly tap. You'll hear like an echo almost. And then you pull up. Voila! Look at that unicorn. Okay, yeah, that was not thoroughly mixed. All right. That's because I didn't let it dissolve long enough. But, I mean, you guys understand. All righty. Well, there is hot pink for you guys. And I'm going to end this video and start another one. I think we shall do... What color should we do? Next video, let's do emerald green. So my next video here in the next 5-10, let's give it like 15 minutes because I got to get stuff gathered. We'll do emerald green and purple, maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys again here in the next 15, 20-ish minutes.